Hello students, welcome back to Unorthodox Learning YouTube channel. Today I'll explain the story Old Men at the Bridge by Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American novelist, short story writer and journalist, and this is one of his shortest stories. It is one of his shortest stories, Old Man at the Bridge. Now the setting of the story. Unlike many other stories, this story scene takes place in a typical war zone with the movement of vehicles and civilians fleeing across the pontoon bridge to protect themselves from the advancing enemy. Means the place is a war zone at a pontoon bridge across the Ebro River during Spanish Civil War. The time is Easter Sunday 1938. So here I read the text and I begin with the story. The Old Man at the Bridge, Ernest Hemingway. An old man with steel-rimmed spectacles and very dusty clothes sat by the side of the road. There was a pontoon bridge across the river and carts, trucks and men, women and children were crossing it. The mule-drawn carts staggered up the steep bank from the bridge, with soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. The trucks ground up and away, heading out of it. All the peasants plodded along in the ankle-deep dust. But the old man sat there without moving. He was too tired to go any farther. Now, who is sitting by the side of the road? An old man wearing steel-rimmed spectacles and wearing very dusty clothes was sitting by the side of the road. It is a war zone. Everyone is crossing a pontoon bridge. What is a pontoon bridge? It is temporary floating platform made of pieces of metal, or a bridge that is made of large hollow containers filled with air. In that time when a war used to take place, at that time they used to make temporary bridges with the help of metal pieces or the boats or the wood or the hollow containers. That was called pontoon bridge. So a bridge that is made of large hollow containers filled with air is a pontoon bridge. So an old man, he was sitting by the side of the road. Here the story begins with a chance encounter between a young soldier, means the narrator. It is not mentioned anywhere in the text whether the narrator is a soldier or an army officer or a journalist. It is not mentioned in the text. So we can say that he is a young soldier. So the story begins with a chance encounter between a young soldier and an old man with silver-rimmed spectacles sitting by the side of the road at the pontoon bridge. And what was the work of that young soldier? The young soldier was on a mission to cross the bridge and find out how far the enemy had advanced. So an old man with steel-rimmed spectacles, he was wearing very dusty clothes, sat by the side of the road. There was a pontoon bridge. I told you what pontoon bridge is, across the river. And what are the things which were going from one end of the bridge to the other end of the bridge? What are those things which were crossing the bridge? There were carts, there were trucks, there were men, women and children who were crossing it. Now, what happened? The mule-drawn carts. Mule-drawn carts means the carts which were drawn by mule. Mule is a small horse, you can say. So, mule-drawn carts staggered up the steep bank from the bridge with soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheel. Now, why were the soldiers helping to push against the spokes of the wheels? The soldiers were helping to push against the spokes of the wheels because there was a steep elevation, steep bank of the bridge. Means there was a steep elevation, and to cross the bridge they were pushing the spokes of the wheels so that that mule drawn cart should cross the bridge and should go over the steep elevation. The trucks ground up and away, heading out of it, and the trucks were all there and they were also waiting for their turn to cross the bridge to go to the other side of the bridge. And the peasants plodded means walked slowly. The peasants were also walking slowly. They walked slowly along the ankle deep dust. There was ankle deep dust, and that is why the peasants were walking slowly to cross the bridge. But the old man sat there without moving. He was too tired to go any farther. But what did the old man do? He was sitting. He was sitting there because he was too tired to walk any further. It was, now again I read the second paragraph. It was my business to cross the bridge, explore the bridgehead beyond, and find out what point the enemy had advanced. I did this and returned over the bridge. There were not so many carts now and very few people on foot, but the old man was still there. Why do you think why everyone was going towards the other side of the bridge? Because there was a fear of artillery attack by the enemies. That is why they were all crossing the bridge to go to the other side of the bridge to a safer place. Now, it was my business. The narrator is saying that what was his business? To cross the bridge, explore the bridgehead beyond, and find out to what point the enemy had advanced. Okay, so this was the, now what is bridgehead? Bridgehead is the strong position that the army had conquered from which it could control or attack enemy. This is the strong position till where the army had advanced and holded the control over there to attack on the enemy. And what was the work of the narrator? To explore the bridgehead beyond and find out to what point the enemy had advanced. And when he did this, when he saw across the bridge till where the enemy had come, and when he again came back to the point, then he again sees that the old man was still sitting there. Now, where do you come from? I asked him. The narrator asked a question to the old man. Where do you come from? From San Carlos, he said and smiled. The old man replied that he had come from St. Carlos. The old man belonged to San Carlos. That was his native town, and so it gave him pleasure to mention it, and he smiled. What gave the old man pleasure? When he said the name of his hometown aloud, San Carlos, it gave the old man pleasure. I was taking care of animals, he explained. Oh, I said, not quite understanding. He says that the old man was taking care of his animals in his town. And yes, he said, I stayed. You see, taking care of animals, I was the last one to leave the town of San Carlos. He did not look like a shepherd nor a herdsman, and I looked at his black dusty clothes and his grey dusty face and his steel-rimmed spectacles and said, what animals were they? Why now? According to this paragraph, why can't the old man walk further? Or why was he the last man to leave his town? Because he was taking care of his animals. Why did the old man have to leave his animals? The old man left the animals because the enemy artillery was advancing. He says that I stayed there and I was the last one to leave the town because I was taking care of my animals. And the narrator is looking at him, and narrator is watching him, observing that he is not looking like shepherd, and but he is wearing black dusty clothes, and his looks are grey dusty face, and he is wearing steel rimmed spectacles. Steel rimmed means having frames of steel. Spectacles having frames of steel. Various animals. Then in the previous paragraph, the narrator asked, what animals were they? Means, what were those animals whom you were taking care of? Various animals, he said, and shook his head. I had to leave them. I was watching the bridge and the African looking country of the Ebro Delta and wondering how long now it would be before we would see the enemy, and listening all the while for the first noises that would signal that ever mysterious event called contact. And the old man still sat there. The old man replied to the question which was asked by the narrator. A narrator asked, what animals were they? The old man replied that there were various animals and I had to leave them. Now what this narrator was doing, he was continuously watching across the bridge, and he was just waiting for that noise to come when it would signal that ever mysterious event called contact, means the enemy had contacted our people, and then there will be noise, the war will start. And this narrator was waiting and looking across the bridge, and this was his work, that is what he was doing. But the old man was still sitting there. He sat there only. What animals were they? I asked. Narrator asked, what animals were they? There were 3 animals altogether, he explained. There were 2 goats and a cat, and then there were 4 pairs of pigeons. So, what were those animals which this old man was taking care of? He was taking care of 4 pairs of pigeon, a cat, and 2 goats. And you had to leave them, I asked. The narrator asked him that you had to leave them. He says, yes, I had to leave them. Yes, because of the artillery. The captain told me to go because of the artillery. He says that he seems as if he is reluctant to leave his hometown. The old man had to leave his hometown due to the war, as the town was being evacuated. He left it reluctantly because he had to take care of his animals and he did not want to abandon them. And you have no family? I asked, watching the far end of the bridge where a few last carts were hurrying down the slope of the bank. Now again one more question. He asked that, do you have any family or you have no family? He asked. Who asked? The narrator asked, and he was continuously watching the far end of the bridge to see how many carts were left and how many men and women were left there down the slope of the bank. So he asked again a question, and you have no family? Then the old man replied, no. He said, only the animals. I stated, the cat of course will be all right. A cat can look out for itself, but I cannot think what will become of the others. Now the old man did not have family. He had no family, only the animals. He had a cat which would be all right as it could survive on its own. He believed that it could survive on its own. But he was worried about the others. The others here is used for the goats, the 2 goats. He says the cats will be all right. They can, a cat can look out for itself and it can survive. But what will become of others? That means what will happen to the goats? What politics have you? I asked. What politics have you? Means, do you believe in political views? What are your political views? Then The old man replied, I am without politics. Means, like other innocent civilians, what matters to the old man is his home and animals rather than politics. Means he had no political view. He said, I am 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now, and I think now I can go no further. This is not a good place to stop, I said. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. Now he says that I am without politics. I am 76 years old. Why did he mention his age? He mentioned his age because he wanted to tell his weariness, that he is 76 years old and he had already walked 12 kilometers and now he thinks that he cannot go any further. But the narrator asked him that it was not a good place to stop. Why did the soldier tell the old man that it was not a good place to stop? The narrator told the old man that it was not a good place to stop because the enemy was advancing and soon their planes would launch bombs on the bridge. So that is why it was not a good place to stop. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. The narrator wanted the old man to go up the road to where it divided. Fork means divided. Where it divided, and for Tortosa, Tortosa is the name of a place, as there were trucks there which would take the old man to Barcelona. I will wait a while, he said, and then I'll go. Where do the trucks go? The old man asked, where do the trucks go? He said, towards Barcelona. Towards Barcelona. Then the old man is again worried. I know no one in that direction. He said, but thank you very much. Thank you again very much. He said that he does not know anyone in Barcelona. Then what will he do by going there? But he thanked the narrator for telling him the way to move out from this artillery attack, from this danger zone, from this war zone. He looked at me very blankly and tiredly, then said, having to share his worry with someone, the cat will be all right. I'm sure there is no need to be unquiet about the cat. But the others, now what do you think about the others? He looked at him very blankly. The old man is worried not about the cat or the doves, because he know cat would take care of itself, and for the doves he had left the cage opened, and he is worried only about the others, that is the two goats. The old man is worried not about the cat or the doves but about the goat, because they would come under artillery fire and they could not escape like the cat or fly or those doves who can fly away. Now why? They will probably come through it all right. You think so? Now how does the soldier or the narrator console the old man? The narrator tells the old man that the animals would survive and the doves would fly away. But the old man is not consoled, as he continues to worry about the others, that is the goats. Why not? I said, watching the far bank where now there were no carts. Now all the carts have come across the bridge to a safer zone. He was continuously watching on that bridge and he says, why not? But what will they do under the artillery when I was told to leave because of the artillery? Now the old man says that what will those goats will do under artillery fire? When I was asked to leave that place because of artillery, then how can they survive? How can they escape from it? Did you leave the dove cage unlocked? I asked. Dove cage means that pigeon's cage unlocked. The narrator asked the Old man, that have you left the cage unlocked for doves? Then he replied in positive. Then the old man says, yes, I have left it unlocked. Then they will fly. Yes, certainly they will fly. But the others, it's better not to think about the others, he said. The old man is worried about the others, that is the goats. He knows that the goats cannot escape from that artillery attack, and some or the other way these goats means cat being a symbol of independence does not need anybody to survive, and pigeons represent peace and harmony. They fly away is a reference to the refugees who flee from the war to a safer place, and goat is used as a sacrificial animal, and this represents the old man and his situation. The old man also was not able to escape from that dangerous zone, dangerous situation. In the same way, the goats were also not able to escape from the artillery fire. So goats represent somewhat the situation of the old man. Yes, certainly they will fly, but the others, it's better not to think about others, he said. And this narrator, he says that it's better not to worry about others, not to worry about goats. If you are rested, I would go, I urged. Get up and try to walk now. Thank you, he said, and got to his feet, swayed from side to side, and then sat down backwards in the dust. Now the narrator asks the old man that if you have rested enough, then you please come up to your feet and walk to a safer place. Then he says thank you, and he got to his feet, but he swayed, means he went from he was not able to balance his body, and he was not able to balance his body because of his old age, and he was tired, too weak and tired, that and he sank back to the ground. What happened then? I was taking care of animals, he said dully, but no longer to me. I was only taking care of animals. He says that the narrator reassured him, saying that the animals would be fine, and narrator told the old man to get up and walk. The old man tried to get up and walk, but he was too weak and tired and sank back to the ground, and he was again saying that I was taking care of my animals. And in the last paragraph, there was nothing to do about. This line suggests or express sadness and pity that the soldier or the narrator feels for the old man. This line suggests the pity that the narrator feels for the old man, as he realizes that if the old man sits on the bridge, he would surely die. Now it was Easter Sunday, and the fascists were advancing towards the Ebro. It was a grey overcast day with a low ceiling, so their planes were not up. That and the fact that cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck that old man would ever have. What might the old man need good luck at the end of the story? The old man needs good luck at the end of the story because he is not moving away from the war zone and could die from artillery. And the narrator thought that the old man's only luck was that cats could look after themselves, and the day was overcast with clouds. So the enemy's planes, the enemy who was advancing towards the bridge, that enemy could not launch their plane because it was grey and cloudy weather. So at the end, what is there? The planes could not fly because the sky was overcast and the weather was bad. Now this narrator is loyal to the military system and has to obey orders and do his duty. He can do nothing for the old man and knows that inevitable death is in his fate. So this is Spanish Civil War was taking place, and this is the story of an old man. Now, and the goats are representing the old man's situation, and the pigeons represent peace and harmony. They fly away is a reference to the refugees who flee from the war zone to a safer place. Now coming to the theme of this story, the very first theme and the prominent theme of the story is pointlessness of war. The Spanish Civil War forms the background of the story, and this story shows us that war causes death and destruction, and this is highlighted through the condition of the old man, who can be seen as a symbol of civilians victims of war. And the second theme you can say is compassion, which is reflected through that narrator who engages the old man in his conversation. He is trying to console the old man, and he wants that he should get up and go back to a safer place. So this is all about the old man at the bridge. Please subscribe to Unorthodox Learning. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. Hit that like button if you enjoyed learning. Please write down your doubts in the comment section. Thank you.